I'm not going to stop about the effects of bad logistical framework in a particular economy. In a case in point, South Africa. According to this article, Western Cape government warns of export crisis by end of 2023 in the Western Cape. And of course, if you've been following my content, I have been very hard and critical about the current structural economic challenges in our country, thus including logistics that is currently causing supply chain disruption, which has a negative effect on our GDP growth as a country. If you like macroeconomic related content like this one, or personal finance and money and investing, please like, share, and don't forget to watch until the end. According to the MEC or Minister of Finance in the Western Cape, we are heading into an export crisis in the Western Cape at the end of this year. Apparently, the Port of Cape Town, just like the Durban Port, is experiencing a serious routine maintenance and emergency maintenance challenges due to lack of equipment. We all know that Transnet are actually going to financial constraints due to inefficiencies in leadership and many other issues. According to the article, this cause of great concern, and this is why private sector participation is urgently needed in the Cape Town port, as currently underway at the ports of Durban and Ngqura, says Wenger. So it looks like private sector has been brought in the port of Ngqura, which is in PE, and also Durban Harbour. So the Western Cape government is also appealing for the same. Clearly, it's affecting the entire country. According to Western Cape government research, that it indicates that the province's GDP could grow by approximately 1% if exports were increased by 10%. However, to achieve this growth in exports, we need the port to be our economic partner, and for it to be running efficiently with adequate investment in the infrastructure, that's number one, including equivalent equipment, which is why the private sector should be brought in to run the terminal and increase its efficiency at the port. The Cape Economic Action Plan Growth for Jobs aims to triple Western Cape exports by 2035. However, this can only be achieved if the Port of Cape Town is functional and meets the demand of a growing economy. Supply chain disruption have negative repercussion on our economy in as far as GDP growth is concerned. If we are unable to service big contributors to our GDP like mining, farming, agriculture, and manufacturing, in terms of the imports and exports in and out of the country, we must kiss goodbye on positive economic growth. Less GDP growth translates into less services to the people in the form of municipal services, health, education, and social development. That's the reason why our country is actually struggling with the sovereign debt crisis, where we're sitting at 5.2 trillion rand by 2025. And you know that any debt has implication, and currently our interest on that particular debt that I've just alluded on is already 1.3 trillion. And debt service cost on annual basis from 2024 is going to go to 400 billion rands to about 450 billion to 500 billion by 2026-27. Our income to debt ratio is currently at 73%. By 2026-27 financial period, we could be sitting around 80%. Do let me know what are your thoughts on this.